This chat. This is a new Minecraft video made by Weefies. It's called "Searching for a World That Doesn't Exist." I don't even know what it's about. We're gonna find out. You don't know about the King in Yellow? Okay, I know enough to know that that's what's in this video, right? There's a King in Yellow. So Glunker, you know about this video? I have no clue. I got no idea. Chat, are you guys ready for fucking cinema? You only heard us about the King in Yellow. Okay. Let's see. Let's see.
At the crossroads.
Hold on.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. This is the first line in a book that Avery claims he did not write. 2 weeks ago, a YouTube channel called Avery the Mayo uploaded a YouTube video titled Weird Book I Did Not Write, where he shows us a mine that supposedly he never built. Inside the mine is a chest.
So in a mine that he never built, in a world that he never created, there's a book that he never wrote about a crossroad. And you don't turn left. Okay. No, I'm picking up. I'm picking up. Should react to Petscope? I don't know what that is. Wikipedia article about the King in Yellow. This is gonna be spoilers. I can't watch.
Avery did not place, and inside the chest is a book that Avery did not write. Inside the book is a very strange message. Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. 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 Over and
okay, I think we get the message. So let's say in a hypothetical world where we get to the crossroads and we turn right. Does this video never happen? Do we just avoid any sort of drama, any sort of scary and horrific things happening if we just turn right? I mean, everywhere, this happens in every horror movie. They say don't go down in the basement. They go down to the basement, and then people die. Shit gets bad. All right, just don't turn left. It's simple. They're telling you.
Over, followed by a sequence of numbers. And that's it. It seems impossible that a whole mine just appears
I'm asking
in your
too many
world
questions,
without
sorry.
your knowledge, but Avery
I'll watch.
explains in the
I'll sit my ass
description
down
of the
and
video
watch.
that the laptop he's playing on is from a storage locker. It already had Minecraft installed, and this world already existed, but when Avery first loaded it up, it was just a normal world. He only now discovered this mine a few hundred blocks from his house. So, in that case, what is this book? The contents are strange, and it's not evident what they refer to. If anything, they just sound like some crazy rambling, but the numbers at the end are clearly some sort of code, so maybe we can solve it and figure out what this book is talking about. Except we can't. The numbers go higher than 26, so it's not any alphabetical code. There are 4 sections, not 3, so
I just don't like the fact that he's just fully said that they can't solve the code. Even if it doesn't follow the normal rules that popular codes go by, like if it's a code, then there's a way to solve it. I think we're just being a little closed-minded here.
It isn't coordinates, and in fact, there's not a single cipher
Unstable
that
SMP,
comes up
maybe.
as a good match for this code. If it is a code, it's unlike any code I've ever seen, and I wasn't able to decipher it. So, is that it? A strange, one-off YouTube video and a dead end?
4 views!
Not quite, because for 2 frames at the very end of the video, Avery's inventory flashes a random pattern of blocks, and this time there is a code, because taking the first letter of the name of every block and capitalizing it if there is more than one, you get a string that perfectly matches the length of a Google Drive link, that when you enter,
this shit goes outside of Minecraft. This is bigger than the world that we know of in front of our eyes.
You into a folder. And this is where the true mystery begins. The mystery of a Minecraft world that doesn't exist.
How does it not
Opening
exist?
the video named
They have footage.
1, we can see a player in the exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time. Presumably this is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory. Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall. But when he does, he finds this.
Wait, hold on. What happened to the recording? I got lost a little bit. They brought up the recording, but what the fuck happened?
Exact same spot Avery was in the last video, except now he has way more items than he had last time.
This is the video. Okay,
This
sorry.
is from his house, and he's come to use this mine in survival as part of this world. The book is now gone from the chest, but it could be that Avery just burned it because it creeped him out, or it's just this book in his inventory.
Right, it's probably
Regardless, Avery lines up with the other strip mine and begins to start a new one into the wall, but when he does, he finds this.
No, this is what confuses me. So Avery is the one that found the book and solved the code and unlocked the Google Drive. They brought up a video inside the Google Drive, which is what they're posing as this video. But then why is he saying that Avery is the one doing shit?
Nothing weird, it's just a cave, and Avery walks in to begin exploring, until he stops and sees this. It's hard to make out, but as he walks closer, we can see what it is. Moss and grass. This is immediately a red flag, because this kind of terrain does not generate in caves. Avery checks underneath it, but there's nothing else either. And when he runs back to grab his torches, he notices yet another patch of moss in the corner of the cave. Again, not natural, but not leading anywhere either. It's only when he heads back down the cave does he see it. A tree. Avery approaches the clump of greenery, and there it is. A tree, unlike any other oak tree in the entire game. Whatever this is, it isn't normal. Avery backtracks a bit, and we get a better look at this shrub, for lack of a better word. And after some hesitation and circling around it, Avery decides to try mining the tree.
By the way he said shrub sounded sort of a little derogatory. Sounded with a little bit of, said it with a little bit of stank behind that, which I don't appreciate. It's a normal sized tree. Obviously, it's a tree. There's wood underneath it.
And he does, with no problem.
Just smaller.
It looks just like a normal tree, except normal trees don't generate underground.
Why are you still here,
He's not the
Clunker?
only one. As Avery goes deeper and deeper into the cave, he passes larger and larger patches of greenery, coming across more shrubs and even more trees, and even more moss. He pauses to talk at one point, but instead of commenting on the trees, he brings up something else. It's weird, we've only seen stone. And I guess he's right, the walls of this cave don't have any diorite, granite, andesite.
Who's Avery talking
ores.
to?
Come on, there's a bigger elephant in the room here. At some point though, Avery's wish gets granted and the cave turns into terracotta, tough, and deep slate. The greenery gets larger and larger, with the trees growing bigger and bigger. Until finally, Avery reaches the end.
Oh my gosh. What the? Those are some behemoth trees.
Avery stops for several long seconds, just taking everything in. The room is a giant cave of green, with strange, unnaturally large trees forming a staircase on the back wall. The floor is covered in a massive field of moss, scattered with the strange trees we saw earlier. Avery slowly heads down the cavern wall, being careful not to take too much damage while maneuvering his way to the bottom. He looks around in awe as he explores the chamber, and from closer up, up, we can see a tunnel right between the massive tree gates. Avery searches around the trees for a few minutes, seemingly mesmerized by the build, and we can see that these gates are made of trees stacked on trees, stacked on trees.
I did
made
this
of
one time in
spruce, mud, and oak. But the
in
question
creative,
here
where I
is
stacked a bunch of
obvious.
jungle trees
What
on top of
is
each
this
other.
place? This kind of terrain obviously doesn't generate naturally, so who made it and how does it just appear in Avery's world? Well, if there's any answer to that question, it's through this tunnel, because finally Avery decides to stop sightseeing and heads down the tunnel
Get
at
into
the
the damn
center of the room.
Herobrine's at the end
Avery
of the
walks
tunnel.
through the mud brick tunnel, turning to glance behind him every few steps, but of course, nothing is there. The world is set to single player.
Honestly, hold on. I mean, I obviously this story is real and natural and not nonfiction. Back when we did folklore in Minecraft, back in my day, you set like 10 gold blocks down, put a netherrack block on top of it and lit it on fire, and you summon Herobrine. That was what I grew up with. Now we're talking tree gates and mud tunnels. This shit's got too complicated.
At least
Herobrine.
it seems that way. Until this happens. Something is wrong. It's almost impossible to notice, but at the far edge of the tunnel, the first pair of torches have suddenly been wiped out. Avery stares for a few seconds and continues walking.
How the fuck do you... Oh, I was gonna say, how do you notice that?
Another pair of torches is gone.
A little darker.
I'm not scared of torches turning
Back in my day, you built a portal out of glowstone and got insanely disappointed. Yup, you put the water bucket down and it just starts flowing everywhere.
I don't know what kind of practical joke this is, but I already heard you in the...
Run, dude! Well, now it's dark.
I'm not scared of a game.
That's what they all say. Chat, do you guys hear that, or is that just me? It's quiet. It's very quiet. Ali's favorite part of these stories is when they make the character too talkative. Are you talking about me?
I don't know why I just
Hard
jumped
cut.
down. I wasn't scared, but I felt
Scared?
compelled. I've never felt like that in my life. What is going on here? Things just went from strange
Sorry, I just
to
think everything's about
incredibly
me.
creepy in a matter of seconds. This doesn't just happen on a normal world, but Avery did say
Yes,
he
the
found
code
this
in the
world on a
book says
computer
subscribe to
he
Travis
got
on
from
Twitch
a
and YouTube
storage
right
locker.
now. Wow.
So maybe this is just a world that the old owner of this computer created, and it's just some strange adventure horror map. Case closed.
Raccoon, I think you're talking
Except
about Parkour
it's
Civilization.
not, because the
I saw a
video
little bit.
files
I didn't see the
aren't
whole thing.
only thing in this Google Drive folder. If you remember, there's also this PDF.
So did
And
we just watch the whole entire... Did we just watch that whole thing? This is what I was talking about. They open this video, and then they just act like it's Avery's perspective. Wasn't Avery the one who just found the book and is like, guys, what the fuck is this? Shit's getting confused here. I do the beef jump for sure. I do the beef jump.
Opening it, we see this. My my exploration into a strange tunnel I found in my Minecraft world. I've been playing this world for a while and just discovered this. This is my documentation of the search. Notably, when I installed Minecraft, this world came pre-created. Always thought that was a little strange, but I'm not really sure. This seems okay enough, but remember what Avery said earlier. He found this computer in a storage locker with Minecraft installed. Not he installed Minecraft and this world was there. Admittedly,
There's
it's a pretty
two
small
Averys.
difference, but still, why the conflicting stories? Something you may have also noticed that I can't explain is why Avery's name is now censored. He wasn't censored in the previous videos, but now he's both hidden his name and changed his skin, almost like he's hiding from something. But there's still
It's
a
all
lot
making
more
sense.
of this
It's all
footage,
coming
and if you
together.
want to figure out what's happening in this world, why it exists, and what it has to do with Avery, we have to keep watching as Avery runs from
We must
whatever it
keep
is that's
watching.
hiding in this world. Avery says he has to keep moving, even if he doesn't exactly know why, and the only way to go is down. Avery takes a leap into the giant pool of water before him and swims down into a junction of tunnels. After some hesitation, he burrows himself in the left wall for air before swimming down the left tunnel. He continues to navigate through the
fucking
dark
left.
water,
Why
the tunnel
we
getting
go
narrower
left?
and narrower.
Why
with
we
no
go
end in
left?
sight. Until it opens into a giant cavernous room with just
he's
enough
dying.
space at the top to get a bit of air. When Avery descends again, we can see tunnel openings sprawling across the walls. Avery scans around. There's no marker of where to go, just tunnels upon tunnels as far as the eye can see.
A lot of tunnels.
And then he hears it.
I know that
The
sound.
same sound as when the whispers played previously. Avery rushes to dig into the wall, and as he blocks himself in, we can hear the whispers again. Quieter, but still there.
They ain't
as
even
if
saying
they're
shit.
passing by him.
This is like, it's like, it's not even words. It's like, what, you know those videos where it's like people from other countries talk like how Americans talk, like in the same accent, and they're not even saying English words, but it just sounds right. This is just like whisper, but there's no real words. You know?
When the coast is clear, Avery digs out. But now what? He has no choice but
I have to sleep.
gamble
Stop
on a
saying
tunnel
interesting
and
stuff.
hope it's correct.
Dude,
He
this-
scans the walls
this-
again.
this
No
movie's just
obvious sign
enticing.
of which one to pick. So finally, he rolls the dice. The tunnel leads to another junction, and again, after a slight
Takes a
hesitation,
fucking
Avery
left,
goes
bro. He
left.
takes a fucking
The tunnel
left.
continues, getting narrower and narrower
He already broke 2 important rules.
and narrower until finally
Dude, it would be so just Minecraft if there was nothing at the end of this. It would be the most Minecraft thing to ever Minecraft. If it's just a dead end and you drown and lose all your shit and can't find where you dropped everything. Guy who made these vids is an Avery and is a previous owner of the laptop. But I thought Avery made the original video. That was like, guys, I found this book. I don't know what it is. Do doors really work? Yeah. More trees!
he finds himself in the oasis. Avery looks around the room, strangely almost peaceful. He's in the middle of a square pond, flanked on all sides by the same uncanny trees. He stares off at the water for a second before towering up and getting a good look around. Nothing but trees as far as the eye can see. For a moment, he pauses.
Oh, okay. Different skin block name.
before
almost,
something
get
snaps,
scared.
and he crafts a boat to get to the center
Yeah,
of
it's
the
not
lake.
Avery.
Without
I'm
hesitation,
finding
he
this out.
dives down into the tunnel and plugs up the hole. He makes another trip for good measure, plugging it even further.
If this thing
Did I make
comes
this
through
series?
here
Yeah, this is
again,
my alt account.
it has to break that. But I need to explore.
He sails back to the edge of the lake.
What it can't avoid doing is loading the chunk.
Avery chops a few trees and crafts a hopper with the spare iron in his inventory. His plan is simple: set a trap for the thing following him. But wait, did I miss something? Because how does he know that something is following him? Sure, those
I didn't even know
torches
something
turned
was
off,
following
and
him.
yeah, we heard those noises before, but there's actually an even stronger piece of evidence I haven't mentioned. Remember when Avery said this?
I already heard you in the cave.
Well, it took me a second to figure out what exactly he meant, but then I heard this. It's almost impossible
Another
to make
footstep.
out, but on a few separate instances, while Avery was walking in that original cave, he would randomly pause for a second or two, and now we know why. He was listening. Every time he paused, for just a brief moment, you could
Yes.
hear footsteps on the stone behind him.
Invisible? Possibly.
Stopping just a fraction
Nah, you
of
would
a
see, like, the
second
little
too
potion
late
effects,
to be
though, right?
quiet. But okay, if something is somehow really following Avery in a single-player world, how can he stop it, or at least get it to reveal itself? Well, that's exactly what he's doing right now. Like he said, he needs time to look around and explore this world, but while he's gone, anything can just swim through the hole and replace the blocks to make it look like nothing happened. But if Avery turns down his render distance and puts items in this hopper, if he then goes far enough away and unloads the chunk, the only way for the hopper to be empty when he returns is if something loaded the chunk while he was
Smart.
gone.
Smart.
And then, whatever was following him would be exposed. The trap is set. Now, it's time to explore.
It's just a lot of trees that I see. There's a lot of trees. Not much else. Mostly trees. Cue exploring montage.
Avery walks through the trees, avoiding the lake so as to not load the chunk. Every inch of this place looks exactly the same. The same gray floor, the same strange trees.
I was
Everywhere
just
he
thinking
looks,
that. I was
there's
just fucking
nothing.
thinking that.
Until, just in the corner of the screen, there's a sign. But it's hard to spot, and Avery doesn't seem to see it, and he keeps walking. Then he pauses.
Interesting. That's the third sign we've seen so far.
What? Where? Third sign? I've only seen this one, but it turns out he's right. Going back and re-watching the footage, just barely hidden in the corners of the screen are two other signs Avery crossed
What do the
earlier in the
signs
recording,
mean?
though he gave no indication at the time that he noticed them. Avery goes back to all three signs. All of them are blank, so I don't know what to make of it, but Avery seems to be satisfied, and he explains why.
These signs all seem to point to one place. Both of these angled ones point in the same direction.
And he's right. If you line up a coordinate grid with the location and rotation of the signs, you get this. So he's right, all of them point a certain way, and if you trace out their intersection, it hits one specific point. He also pulls
He
off
does
this
have God's
brilliant
eye.
move, which you rarely see from these protagonists, by turning the difficulty to peaceful because he ran out of food. Absolutely genius.
Damn.
But with that said, he
Nah, that's
returns to
fucked
the
up. He
lake to
cheated.
check on his
He
contraption.
cheated for sure.
And
Honestly, I might
nothing.
just click out of this. What sort of bullshit is it? Switching to peaceful? This is a survival. Why would he do that? I'm watching for realism. If you die from hunger, you die from hunger.
Things showed up.
Can you excuse
Items
me?
are still flowing out of the
I'll
hopper,
watch it.
which would be impossible if anything had loaded the chunk. Avery tells us exactly this.
Nothing came through.
Not to mention, the blocks are still in the same position Avery placed them to plug the hole. Now that he's shaken off whatever was
smartest
following him,
Minecraft
Avery
player.
sails back, presumably to find the intersection points of the signs. But before he does that, he opens up chat and says this.
Something is here.
What? how? Why is Avery saying that? Why isn't he sending it in chat? What did he see?
Oh, we can't.
I don't know if it can hear me, but I'm not taking any chances.
The grass block. When
Is it the
Avery
king
left the
in
chunk,
yellow?
he didn't just set one trap for the entity, he set two. Without mentioning anything to us, he placed a grass block next to a block of dirt. In Minecraft, grass can't spread if the chunk isn't loaded. The only way that this block is now grass is if something other than Avery loaded
My
this chunk.
gosh.
I'm not scared,
There's so
but
many
my gut says to
holes.
keep moving.
This music's really spooky. It's really spooking me out.
Maybe I am scared.
Finally, he damn admits it. Explaining what we're all feeling. You should show this to your mom.
The other sign was pointed head on.
I failed you so many times.
This is unnerving. Blunker, what are you still doing here?
Committed so many crimes, and I was pretty.
What the hell is this guy doing?
Looking
Looking for like a hole underneath the tree? Alright, I don't want to go to sleep. Too afraid, can't go to sleep.
Baby, I'm home again.
Another mud tunnel.
Could run away.
Avery walks through a tunnel. A tunnel which quickly turns into a maze.
More to say, more to say.
And slowly but surely, dead end after dead end, Avery navigates through it.
To be somebody else, it's alright.
It's Minecraft, bro, just mine? True. Can you just do a strip mine right down the middle?
Now I'm found again.
Just blow up some walls or some shit.
Baby, here I am. It's alright.
Knowing me, I would one shot this. First route I take, I'm getting there. I just got like an instinct,
Avery
you know?
is clearly smart. Smart enough to set a
Maybe
trap,
even
and
craft?
smart enough to set a backup. But whatever this thing is that's following him, it's smart too. Smart enough to block up the tunnel it entered from. Smart enough to refill the hopper with items after loading the chunk. Smart enough to hide its presence. This world seems to be guiding Avery somewhere.
fucking Dream.
The whispers in this tunnel coercing him to
This is
enter
a
the
Dream
cave.
manhunt
The
video.
signs pointing to the secret entrance under the tree. Whatever this world is, it's leading Avery. But to what?
Nah,
We
you know what I think? I think this person is evil Avery, and I think the actual Avery is following evil Avery. And I think we're gonna see a confrontation, and and shit's gonna get freaking real. Okay.
All we do know is that he
Look at his
is
pickaxe
in
durability.
tunnel. And finally,
True. So
Avery
true.
exits the maze
It's
into another
fucking
giant room with what
code
looks
or
like a
whatever.
cipher above a door, with 3 levers right in front of it. Avery
Looks like a
stares up at
Skyrim
it,
puzzle.
says he'll need a pen and paper, and blocks up the tunnel where he came from. The footage ends with him staring up at the code, deep in thought. From what I can see, the code atop the doorway looks something like this. It doesn't immediately remind me of anything, and plugging it into a cipher decoder gives me no ideas either.
Yeah, staring
Running
at a
each the
paragraph of
candidate
random letters
ciphers
doesn't
just gives
necessarily
gibberish
ring
every
a
single
bell.
time. Whatever this code is, there's unfortunately no way that
Goth.
I or Avery can solve it. The second half of the footage picks up with 17 minutes of just staring at the wall. And then he gets it. Okay,
Oh.
I guess it was solvable. Avery says it's a good poem, but doesn't actually reveal what it said, only that it uses cipher stacking, a technique where two ciphers are layered one on top of the other to make a code almost undecipherable.
Dude,
How Avery actually
freaking
solved it with
smartest-
pen and paper is
smartest
beyond me, but
Minecrafter
the
to ever
puzzle
exist in the
isn't
whole entire
over
freaking
yet.
world.
There's still this gate, which Avery suspects is some sort of combination lock, but instead of a pen and paper, his solution this time is a bit more, how do I put this? Efficient.
Does he break through the door? That's what I would do. Genius. Absolute genius.
And with that, wait. Who's Durlord 3? For the
Durlord?
first time in this footage, Avery's sensor bar lingers for just a second too short, and we get a glimpse of the name. This isn't Avery's name. This isn't Avery's skin. Maybe the reason that we got two different stories about where this world came from is because the player we've
Dude,
been
we knew this
watching
from the beginning.
entire time.
I literally told you. The first 2 seconds I went back. I don't know. This is just bad storytelling. But because the first video they were watching was Avery, and then they got into the video in the Google Drive file, and then our narrator, cannot trust the narrator. Honestly, Weefies, I don't trust that guy. Our narrator is telling us that it's Avery in the video, when how could it be fucking Avery? When Avery is the one that found the book, got the code, got to Google Drive, and saw the video.
Time isn't Avery at all. But if that's the case, then who is this? The world at the beginning is clearly the same one that Avery was playing on. So what's
Avery
going
found the
on
video.
here?
Exactly.
If it is
That's why I
Avery
was
on
so
an alt
confused.
account, why the conflicting stories in the description and the document? And if it's not Avery, then who is this other person, and why are they claiming that this is their world they found? I genuinely just don't know, but the only way to find out is to keep watching. As Durlord walks through the tunnel after the puzzle and finds himself in the village.
Whoa. Whoa. Hold on over the laptop for sure. Well, let's not make any hasty judgments, okay? We don't know enough information for this. But I think Weefies is behind this shit. He was trying to lead all of us astray. Or he's just really dumb. I don't know. So it's like a Minecraft minigame map. That would be in like Mineplex or some shit. Yellow. It's a yellow house. Yellow house. Yellow king. Yellow knight. I'm seeing through the matrix. No damn items, everything's empty. There's gotta be like a hidden door in the fountain. How does it end up here? It's an eagle. Why are we cutting back to the attic? I don't care about the attic. I care about the fountain. Stop cutting back to. Continue. I knew it, bro. Call me a damn detective. I'm in this shit. Oh. Never mind. I might have got
empty.
confused.
This village is strange. It's clearly abandoned, if the cobwebs and literal holes in the roof didn't make that obvious, and all the chests and containers have nothing inside of them. There's also an interesting amount of yellow in the carpets, beds, and flooring.
I
But
noticed
wherever
that.
Durlord
I noticed
looks, he
that.
can't find anything of interest. No lead on where to go or what to do from here. The fountain and statue in the town center is by far
think
the
you
most
gotta get to the
eye-catching
top.
decoration here, but like we can see, it too is empty.
Or
There's no
you mine
path to take
underneath
from there.
that.
So is this the final area then? The final answer
Have
to
we thought
what's been
about that?
going on with this world and what's been following him? I'm not sure, and clearly Durlord isn't either, since he keeps looking around for anything out of the ordinary, anything that might give him a clue of where to look next.
Yes, he's going to the top. Yeah, I'm lost. I would have just quit there. I would have jumped off the the pillar. Am I supposed to be seeing something here? My eyes don't see that far now. Okay. Tree in the corner. Oh wait, no, it's like a little castle. Cue the Doom music. Dun dun. That was actually pretty good. That was actually pretty fucking good. You scared me. Don't tell me that was. I kind of hit that shit. I nailed it. I don't know. You guys never hype me up. That was good, thank you. Yeah, it is a little nightmare inducing. So there's more yellow. Chat, we gotta take notes here. There's more there's more yellow carpet. It's an important thing. There's a hole in the roof. Now what caused that? Perhaps a bee? A big bee? Bees are yellow. If I have a nightmare tonight, I'm sending negative thoughts and evil prayers towards your way. Please. I don't deserve all that. That was useful. All right, you're telling me he broke the crafting table, placed it back down, and was like, I should break blocks in here. Like, what was the line of thought behind that? Other than to set up the fact that he's breaking blocks to find this trapdoor. I'm starting to think this is fake. I don't know. Call me skeptic, but I don't know. It might be a fake story. And that just clued me on to something. Library. Interesting. People who play Minecraft do not read. Suspicious.
I hate it here. These idiots are insufferable. They think that devotion will save them. Rest assured, it will not. Not that it will do them any good to believe that anyway. The ones who realized it pretend they didn't. But it doesn't help that there are some of them who truly believe they'll be saved. The king is coming, Maya. If anything, I
King.
wager that their king is already here. It's watching me write this. I don't particularly care. I just want this to be done with. The sooner I can leave, the better.
This is crazy work.
He's arrived. I don't know why anyone is surprised to find that
Got a
out.
similar
This is
basement, except mine
exactly
doesn't have
what they
insane
were hoping
ramblings in the
for.
skull. Basement doesn't have a skull.
I'm going. I'm leaving this here in the rare case someone finds it. If you have found this, I implore you, turn back, disconnect, forget about this world. It's not for you. If you've come here, you must be curious. I know you must want to continue onwards. So I know that this is a heavy ask, but please, do not go any further. For your own good, do not.
And do not turn left at the crossroads. But we're not following fucking rules here. We're just doing whatever. What the fuck is it? That slime noise. Door. How'd he know? It's very quiet. This is a very quiet moment. I just feel like the narrator should start talking at some point so that I don't have to talk. Because it's very... There's not a lot going on right now. He's in another mud tunnel, I think. He knew because it's secretly him. Rejoice in the mud tunnel. Dude, he's gonna take fucking. He's gonna go left. He's gonna take a fucking left, bro. He's gonna do it. Dude, they tell you not to take a left. They say it at the beginning of the freaking video. Shit, man. Book ain't been written. Book has been written. Wait, it hasn't been written. No, you're right. You're so right about that. This might be a Stranger Things. Like the upside down or whatever. It's a little dark. Kind of looks like a void. Oh my god, all his items changed. Weird. That's all you got to say for yourself, man? What are you missing? He's in a black void. And there's a big yellow door. Chad, there's not gonna be a jump scare. Don't worry. What happens? There's a big yellow door. It's kind of scary. It's a little scary. Hello? Sir? I think your monitor is broken. Is this shit like frozen or what's going on? It's what is this? Is it censored? There's some Minecraft porn behind there. What's going on? They're not gonna show me? The hell, man? That was like what I was waiting for the whole entire time.
There's no escaping.
Okay. Oh, and he's gonna write the book too.
There's no
All right, hold on. I think there's ads going on right now. Is there ads happening? I'm not sure. Yes? Okay. We'll wait. We'll wait for the reveal. We'll wait for the reveal. You and Glunk are right. He is the king of yellow. Well, you guys didn't even fucking tell me. Like, I didn't even know this. You guys are spoiling the whole entire thing. I didn't know he was the king of yellow. How the fuck was I supposed to know that? That's insane. I don't get this shit. This is too complicated, man. We're talking about the black box, man. Was there a man behind the black box? What's going on, dude? Ads are done, by the way? Okay. We continue.
Whatever you do at the crossroads, don't turn left. Don't be fooled. It's listening. You can't outsmart it. It's listening to me. It's watching me. It isn't from this world. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left. At the crossroads, don't turn left.
What do you
At the
see?
crossroads, don't turn left. And the footage ends. Right there. Durlord was the person who wrote the book in Avery's world. How? It shouldn't even be possible that the tunnel led him back to that mine. Durlord found this world on his computer, and Avery found Durlord's old laptop in the storage locker and has been playing on it ever since. But
the what?
What is this world? What was following Durlord in this footage, and most importantly, what was behind those gates? I didn't put that sensor bar there, that was in the original footage. Whatever is behind that black square was enough to drive probably the smartest smartest protagonist I've ever seen into running for his
Smartest
life.
protagonist
Something
ever
that a
seen.
whole village of people was trying to summon. Something that this entire world has
As
been
we're not done,
hiding.
I was lied
A
to.
king? What does that
I was
even
fucking
mean?
lied to.
I don't know what to tell you. but
Anyways,
I
this
can
dude
tell you
wrote the
one
book.
thing. The code at the end of the book, now with this footage, we can solve it. Each number
We can solve it now?
corresponds to one slot in Durlord's inventory. 1 here and 36 here. Take the first letter of each item, or whatever number is indicated after the dash. From that, we can get this.
Run, Avery,
Run,
it's
Avery.
here. Dude, how do you know that
Here.
fucking Avery was
Durlord
gonna...
was giving one last
gonna
warning,
get it.
hoping that whatever was following him wouldn't see. But how? How would he possibly know that Avery would find this world? There's no way for him to know who Avery even is. Whatever he saw behind those doors, whatever he knows about this world now, we may never understand. But one thing is certain. Whatever was coming for him is coming for Avery next. This isn't over.
Norway. Norway. Part 2? Question mark? Is there a part 2? Finding a player who doesn't exist? No, that's not it. All right, bro. I guess that was I guess that was the video.